We have 4-day school weeks, I'm pretty sure, because the school couldn't afford a 5th day.
There's a fear factor. We're a high poverty area where kids would be, considered maybe at risk with nothing to do on Fridays.
Most people have sports, so they do basketball or track, or they have track meets. I don't really do much on the 5th day.
For the general population of our school, they probably really don't do much on Fridays.
Playing video games, taking a nap.
There's not really a lot to do.
A lot of the kids are taking care of their younger siblings.
Helping with cows and ranching and farming.
A lot of them, they do nothing. They have nothing to do.
How can we provide K-12 programming? How can we do this on Fridays? How can we have academic enrichment as well as, getting outdoors, playing outside, and really hitting on some of those things that we're losing in our 4-day school week now.
I have seen this grant it has like 3 key components. One is the importance of doing work in rural America, which I think is just often overlooked. The other piece is looking at the 5th day, which is like a blank canvas, and it's really exciting to be able to say, there's nothing there, there's no standards, there's no lesson plans, you're completely free, you can design anything you want, an authentic learning experience. The third component is about philanthropy. Historically in philanthropy, funders would look at a community and say, we really think we know what's right for you, and we want to bring it here for you. Just fill out this grant and do it just like this, and then we're going to pick up this entire shop, this entire program, and drop it in your community.
Let's take a chance and see if there's something that these kids in these local communities want to do that they wouldn't have the chance to do without a little bit of grant funding.
The number one consumer in education is the student, and so how do we allow them to drive this learning and build the things that they know will work best in their community?
We are helping out with the 5th day learning project, trying to get a grant for our school to build a workshop for us to have.
We don't have, as many resources. We don't have those big pools of dollars that they have in metro and urban areas.
Just thinking about this, I feel like I can do anything with this money, anything.
And honestly, as I've been going through this process, I don't see an agenda other than the sincere desire to give these kids an opportunity to do something that they wouldn't have.
Prototyping is creating your vision of a solution to a problem.
Going to the design thinking process really helped us think about what are we doing and who are we actually helping.
We don't really know what we want you to find. We just want you to go out and learn about kids.
If you really want to do something meaningful for school-age kids, you might want to ask them.
The process has been really fun.
And it's super fun when you come up with one idea and somebody's like, here's somebody else's idea, and they're like, oh my gosh, that's like an amazing idea.
It was their idea, and so just naturally you create this readiness to benefit.
Where we see our students wanting to go is a little bit different than some of our thoughts was, but it's been an interesting process.
I realize that sometimes the adults don't understand exactly what the kids want. It was really cool to see everybody's different point of views every time we did a workshop, and then we'd come back together and talk about it.
At the beginning, after we went to the training, we decided that we would make some charts of things that we were interested in doing for the 5th day. It's really interesting to me to be able to lead the students in this new thing that we might be a part of, hopefully. They seem pretty interested in it, so I'm excited to see what the future holds with it.
I feel like for the first time in a long time, I feel like I'm being treated as an actual person.
Yeah, it feels amazing that people are the adults are actually considering the younger kids' ideas, because normally it's just like, oh, okay, you can talk, but I'm not gonna listen. And for once, it's like, we matter. It's amazing.
How can we create an authentic learning experience for students that's both driven by their interests or their needs or the things that excite them or their hobbies, but also grounded in the resources and assets that already exist here in your community?
Those gyms in Marsing right now are sitting empty, unused on Fridays.
Are we really teaching kids what they need to know? They want to know how to fix their bicycle. those are the kinds of things I think we lose sight of as teachers because we're so focused on teaching them sentence structure.
I think this program is going to make a huge difference in the community.
We've started looking at, polling them and asking them what would be some programs that you guys would want to see on Fridays.
3D printing and graphic design.
Art, like workshops and things.
Pictures and film.
Kayaking.
Design a roller coaster.
Eat more ice cream.
The Garden Valley Olympics and a Shark Tank and dolphins.
Coding and computers.
More art classes, more music.
Welding or auto body.
Zoology, economy, business.
Paleontology.
Learning about more modern technology.
Rodeo.
Swimming lessons.
And cosmetology.
We could make decorations, like stuff that would help the community, like sheds that would reduce storage for people. We could build birdhouses and shop.
I think the people in our community would be way happier. They wouldn't have to go all the way to Boise just to get a birdhouse.
We would really be able to learn some stuff and really have some life skills that we can take to our community and help build a better world.
What would empower them is just to have some practical skills.
Every community has strength and assets, and how do you leverage those and connect those dots between what kids are really interested in to design something that's really different for them, something engaging, something that they can get enthusiastic and excited about and want to show up for on a Friday, on a day they don't even have to be here.
And you can quickly see in the community, whether it's in Colorado or in Idaho, which communities are all in. And the communities that really bought in on the design thinking are doing just incredible things.
Having a fifth-day program is a great way to get kids engaged and just learning something new. That's why we teach, is to get kids excited about learning.
We're going to be learning about cameras and photography.
I've always been curious about how film cameras work and the history of photography. I definitely learned about that and how it all started.
This little thing, have you guys ever seen a roll of film before? Now, a negative image, does anyone know what a negative image means?
Project-based learning is important because it can take whatever subject kids are interested in and it makes it more real, more than just, sit and get.
My name is Chris and I'm with RAFT, Resource Area for Teaching, and we do everything we can to get weird stuff into the weird hands of you weird people. What we're gonna do today is you're gonna use all of this weird stuff and you're gonna make animals. You can make any animal that you choose, real or not real. Unicorns are totally legit. Yeah! I would like you guys to use as many different materials and get as many cool colors as you can into your animal. That way, whenever y'all take pictures of them in just a little while, you have more and more interesting pictures.
Makes more of an impression on kids and they remember more when they actually make it.
Like when I came here, I thought it'd only be pictures, but then I found out we were doing sculptures with it too. I kind of noticed how things glint in the sun and how you need to step back and then step forward to get different angles.
A lot of these things, some people never get the chance to do.
It's a good opportunity, especially since we don't usually have school on Fridays, and it's not math and English, it's a fun cooking and photography and airplanes, what have you. I'm enjoying it.
I just love this. I love these crafts that I make.
Whenever we have an opportunity, it's good to take it up because I'm not always there.
All the subjects that we're covering are all subjects that they requested. One of the boys in here, he wants to be a commercial pilot.
I want to be an airline pilot.
I'll probably be a scientist in medical research.
A volunteer firefighter.
The value is our kids' future and that they are worth it.
Is it a unicorn?
5, and I live in the mountains.
What do you know what city is?
No. I live in Garden Valley.
I have 2 cats, 60 chickens, 1 chick, and 3 dogs, and 2 fish.
I didn't know I was coming here, but I was like, Mom, who's going here? And she was like, you are. I'm like, okay, I guess I am.
We're working on making bridges.
You have to build a bridge that we can maybe lay a couple index cards on top to set pennies on to see if it's stable, okay? If you build this elaborate prototype and it's beautiful, and you put a couple pennies on there and it collapses, that's gonna be an unsafe bridge, isn't it?
I did a few bridges, but they kept breaking, and it didn't fell down and break. It still hold it up. And then I did that last one, and then it worked really good.
I want to be an engineer when I grow up.
I just don't really know what to be. I also want to be an army soldier. I want to be a lot of stuff. Might be an engineer or a scientist, and some of them use technology to try like figuring out stuff.
We've been running 25 to 30% of our total school population showing up on Fridays.
These kids don't have to be here. They're here because they want to be here, and that's huge. And we want to be able to provide them with something that's valuable and that they can utilize further in their career, further in their life.
As you can see, if you look around the shop, we have this incredible shop that the school built when they built the new school 7 years ago. And it's never been used by the kids.
It's kind of special because we get to learn new things that we don't really get to be taught in school, and you can come out on a Friday and just work on stuff.
We're building birdhouses.
You want to look at the nail head, and that's where you'll hit, even if you're swinging this thing at full force, okay? So look at the nail head, never hit your finger.
The school's never had the funding before to offer shop programs to the kids, and when we're going through the whole process with the foundation, looking at things, when we were interviewing students and finding out what they felt was missing from Garden Valley, far and away, the #1 thing that they really wanted to add in the community was some shop experience.
It had the front of it, you could open it like that.
I'll probably hang it up in our backyard because I love watching them.
Eventually, when we get bigger, we can build bigger stuff, and I kind of wanted to build a solar-powered go-kart.
Well, anytime you can help kids find employment, I think that's so huge today, because we have a lot of kids that don't have careers when they get out of high school.
There's a real shortage of skilled and certified welders in the state. These kids are walking out of high school into $35, $45, $55 an hour jobs in those skilled welding fields.
That's why I was happy to come back and give them some time, and the kids are great to work with, they appreciate it.
Well, I grew up in this community and it's home. I started school here myself in 1950, and I want our school to succeed.
How they keep these little schools open, I don't know.
We're really hoping that we can build it up to a point that even when we don't have any funding, we'll still have volunteers come in.
We just put the word out there and people will respond. It's like the school is really the hub of all of the activities in the community.
I just want them to grow up knowing that they came from a loving community, and the school give them a wonderful start.
If the school wasn't here anymore, they might as well just close down the town.
The students have to have opportunities, and we're a long ways from the city and arts and culture and those kind of things, and I think they recognize that, and they're just willing to fill in wherever they can.
Two young men here that work really hard every day. We've ran almost 150 miles in the season, and I say we, them, I definitely have.
I'm really interested in seeing kids be able to find their passion, their interest, their voice, whatever it is that they can really be involved in.
We do have students that I worry don't know about all of the job opportunities. Being so isolated in a small rural community, they see farmers, they see teachers, but they're really limited in what they really see as careers. And I think the more we can get them connected with their interests and passions and show them how that can become a career and you can actually make money doing something you love.
Welcome to Fabulous Friday!
We have community theater, and that has a lot of different aspects. It has the acting and all of the backstage stuff.
You have to put foundation on top of the eyelid, underneath the chin. Go ahead and go down on the neck and blend it in.
We have rock band. We have art, and that one varies quite a bit depending on what we're doing.
I just made up this pattern for myself this morning.
Isn't that neat?
We have dance, and those are really kind of the core ones that the kids have requested.
2 forward and 1 back. 2 forward, 1 back.
I just want to open up the world to them to see there's so much more out there.
Whatever they want to learn how to do, whatever their passion is, Vicky's going to try to make it happen for them.
It's been an experience really listening to the kids to see what they want.
We're doing the dance with Rolla and Linda right now, but they will, as of November, get bused to Springfield, and we will pay for, with the grant, for them to take real dance classes with an actual instructor. And they'll do ballet and tap and those kind of things there. The main goals are to eventually have kind of, we're calling it a spring gala, a situation where the kids can exhibit their work and put on a performance.
I'd love to just thank them for the opportunity that has been given to our students to really explore things, and I think it's opened up not just doors for what we're offering now, but it's opening up a different way of thinking about the way we do business and the process where we make decisions. The kids feel like they have a voice, and it's opening up a lot of doors, and I think what lies ahead is going to be so exciting.
He told me that I had a really good ear and that I could be really good at this if I tried really hard, and that gave me a lot of motivation.
I'm so thankful for the opportunity, for the money, and for the process to get it started.
Well, as you saw today, even Elvis comes out and helps us.
Thank you very much.
Why did you guys want to come today?
Well, it's just every Friday we have these classes and we don't want to miss them. We had to walk, but we didn't walk, we ran.
We're counting down from Monday all the way to Friday.
We know what we have here in Marsing is special, and the kids know that too. And so they appreciate it, so it makes it easier for us to bring that stuff to them because, you know, they have a real gratitude for it.
What we're doing is experiencing what 360 videos are, because 360 means all around. It means that you can look everywhere from down, up, side to side, even in back of you. You actually feel like you're on it because it takes you upside down on roller coasters. And when you're in a volcano, it like jumps you up, where if you feel like you're flying, you can like visit Paris, Mexico, anywhere. They want to tell kids to come over here and experience new things. And so when I come here is so my grandma doesn't have to take care of us all the time.
I don't like being at my house and just staying there and doing nothing. I like doing really fun things. Because we do like creative stuff, and I really like to color and do those kind of things. I could see it moving, and it had a really dark color, and it looked like a dragon.
It's a chance for these kids to be with their friends on Fridays, because it's a big geographical district, and so it's not like I can go walk down the street and play with my best friend. We don't have that opportunity or time during the regular school day to do activities like that. So yeah, it's a lot more impactful and deep education and learning that these kids are getting on Fridays.
I did it, Mr. B!
No way we could make this happen without the dedicated teachers like Mr. Berenberg and Ms. Elizondo and Matt and Mercy at Hope House.
When I tell people about Hope House that it's a home for kids from failed adoptions, a lot of people don't know that exists. A lot of these kids don't have anywhere else to go. It's kind of a necessary place. A lot of times the kids' necessities get looked after, but the extras like preparing for their future are kind of overlooked.
The goal for this program is for the kids to have something that they could do when they leave.
I care because each of these kids, I see them as being created by God, and each of these kids was loved. And they don't get a lot of the love that like I was shown as a kid. For example, my husband, he was raised here.
One of the reasons why we're here is in my past, one person
took an interest in him and gave him a book about computer programming because he realized he was interested in computers.
They gave me a better computer, they gave me a C++ book, and they just gave me the tools necessary for me to learn programming, and now that's what I do for a living.
Just that one book led him to Google, led him to Industrial Light and Magic. He took it and ran with it.
That's what we want to do with the kids.
Okay, so Ethan.
We want to know what they like, and we also want to be able to provide them the tools to be able to be successful and to empower themselves to do what they want to do.
We see potential in every single one of these kids.
You know, find something that you want to do and then work on that craft.
These are future coders, they're future doctors, they're kids that could either make a difference or be a burden to everyone around them.
We try to teach the kids how to use resources to expand their learning so they're not relying on us.
So Friday classes are completely optional. None of the kids have to be here. I actually have to keep kids from coming because we don't have as many computers as the kids who want to come. But we're going to try to work on that and fix it. Hope House is a place where just a little bit goes really far.
I would definitely like to say thank you for this amazing program, and I would also like to tell them that I'm really excited that we get to do this, and I'm glad that they took the time to think about the schools that have the 4-day weeks and the cool opportunities that we could have because of that.
I think it's really important for the philanthropic community, both in Colorado but nationally, to be looking at investing, supporting, partnering with rural America. Mostly because in one of these towns is going to be the future president of the United States. One of these towns, locked inside of the mind of a student who's working on the ranch with their father, is the cure to cancer.
Thank you very much for getting the supplies for us to learn.
Never know, and I've seen this down through the years, what you're going to be able to allow a kid to experience or provide for him that's going to turn the table and turn the switch on.
If we can even do a little bit to get kids excited about being more engaged and getting a hopeful attitude for today and tomorrow, I think we're doing the right things for kids.
I'm learning cool stuff.
There's a lot of times we want to do something and we just don't have the resources. And sometimes it doesn't take a lot of money, but there's usually some price tag attached to any new thing that you start.
And not plugging into them, not investing into them, not supporting them, not learning from them is not only a hindrance for them, but I think it is for the philanthropic community and our nation as well.